What's good, Taurus? TT is here with another channeled message for all of my Taurians. If y'all are new, welcome to our love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. If you're returning, welcome back, you guys. Before I get started with the channeled message, whatever wisdom is going to be expressed through the oracles, I do feel guided to say a few things, okay? So bear with me. Our channel is growing very rapidly. There are cross watchers, there are Taurians within our love nest. So think of it this way. About half of the views are subscribers. So that's 50%. 50% or 60% is our subscribers to this channel. And the other 50% are unsubscribed viewers. So with all of the unsubscribed viewers that watch this channel, their energy is also present in this reading. Okay, so, and I'm saying all of this because I am picking up on Taurus energy. When I ask Spirit, like, who is this message for? Who are we providing this confirmation to? I am picking up someone that is grieving the loss of a relationship. So when I say you, Taurus, take that with a grain of salt, because of the reality that the energy is not always directed completely towards you. The energy may be showing up for you as in something you need to be aware of, but knowing how to discern when a message is directly for you or when it's like a heads up, a confirmation, a resonation, or is someone connected to you and things like that. So I felt spiritually guided to communicate that, because what I'm about to say is, it can go both ways. And I've been picking up on this energy for a while, where even if you are a Taurus and you may be unaware that, even if you're not a Taurus, you may be unaware that you got Taurus placements. So you resonate with a lot of Taurus readings, okay? So there's a lot. As we keep revolving and time keeps progressing, it's going to keep growing and being different, all right? But, so even though you may be having breakthroughs and you may be ascending, there are always new students coming towards collectives, right? You may start resonating with other readers more because you have outgrown this elementary version of confirmations. You may be more of a skilled person where you can just watch a collective reading with no zodiac sign and you can get a message out of that. Many of us are capable of doing that, but for the most part, a lot of new energy are still very connected to their ego, their identity, that first house energy. I'm this, I'm that. So they may be very big on, grouping themselves with one particular energy and not being able to see how all the signs kind of are saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of like what Spirit is saying. Like, you need to be able to know when you are resting more in your 7th house or your 8th house, or when something's being activated in other parts of your placements, even though you may not be a sun sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, whatever energy. You may be in your Venus sign and your messages may be coming towards you in a different placement. And the reason why I feel like Spirit is pushing some of you guys away from just watching Taurus readings is because you have outgrown the need to be spoon-fed like a baby. You've outgrown the phase of development where you're still needing people to spell it out for you and give you certain types of confirmations. It's like, here you are ready to fly out of the love nest, but you're suppressing that because you don't want to leave the love nest. But it's okay to come back whenever you feel like it, but don't be afraid to fly, okay, babies? That's what the Spirit is pretty much saying. Like, don't be afraid to leave this love nest and start your own channels. Don't be afraid to create those avenues that spirit is guiding you to create. And the same love nest that's being cultivated over here, there's a cultivation that you're being called to embark on as well. So it doesn't mean that you don't support that person or you don't love the person that you was once, a part of. It's no, we all grow. And even over here on our love nest, there is no point in time where I'm looking at you like, oh, we supposed to be riding or die for each other and you ain't supposed to go nowhere else. Hell no. Go get your blessings. Okay? So I just felt spiritually guided to say that, because Spirit is saying that whoever this message is for, your relationship sector of your life is quieting down. And when I say quieting down, you're not feeling inspired to move towards love. So you have to be someone that is not aspiring to move towards love right now. You're really focusing on your self-love journey. You are very much in your power. You're in boss energy. But at the same time, you've taken a loss or you've taken an L some point on your journey in the past, whether this was at work. I am picking up a strong work sector or career sector. Whether this is like PTO or you lost, a job recently, something about this is karmic retribution season. So whether you're on the good side of karma or the bad side of karma, because I am picking up a Taurus energy that's on the bad side of karma, and you can have Taurus placements deep in your chart, but there's something that you've done. So if you've been experiencing some type of loss financially, it may be because you were giving to the wrong romantic connection. Okay? And that's just straight up, no sugarcoating. You were giving to the wrong karmic partners. You were helping and supporting the wrong soul tribe. You had a lot of false people around you, giving you a lot of fake love. They hate our love. They wanna see you fall. Don't wanna see you fall. If somebody was making you feel like in order for you to keep a certain friend group, or in order for you to keep a job, or in order for you to keep inheritance, you had to stop having someone else's back. You could have sacrificed a person that you were friends with or that you were in love with in order to make something work with someone that you shouldn't have been trying to still be with or reconcile with. Okay? Somebody is in your life or was in your life as karma, but this is a karmic soulmate that came into your life to pretty much to hold you accountable. There's a karmic soulmate that came into your life to hold you accountable. Yeah. There's two people. The karmic soulmate that came to hold you accountable. They wanted to control your finances, like your material world, your material gain. They wanted you to feel like without them you wouldn't have some type of success. Without them being on your team or on your side, you wouldn't have certain opportunities and doors opened up for them. So this is like a karmic soulmate that wanted you to believe at some point that nothing moves without them. And the reason why I'm saying that is they kind of place themselves as like the God over you, like doing things to fuck with your money, making it harder for you to have certain success. That wasn't something that you were supposed to have to experience, but it was a way for that karmic soulmate to like put a bug in other people's ear about you, ruin your reputation, do some underhanded shady shit towards you, as a way of trying to make you submit or make you surrender to whatever point they were trying to prove or whatever. Okay, take it how it resonates. With this decrease in reverse, this person no longer has some type of control over you as long as you are healing yourself. So this person has no control to delay. As long as you're not making the effort to, like, you yourself, they're going to still try to be with you. They're going to still try to date you. They're going to still try to chase you because they're going to try to hold on to you. But as long as you're not making the effort to rescue this person and you're focusing on your self-love and your self-healing journey, they won't be able to affect your finances or your reality anymore. They become powerless. But the moment that you start trying to help them heal their situation, resolve their situations because you want to be this self-sacrificing hero, that you're my hero. Yeah. What happens is the karma, that's the retribution that's happening through that learning experience between the two of you, it deviates from them learning it, and it becomes like a lesson that you learn on the back end, and it has a lot to do with you sacrificing yourself because you don't like to see people suffer, but you won't allow anyone else to learn because you feel like, Taurus, I went through that. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I want to save them from that situation. And you're kind of stepping in the way of a divine power, a divine source, and placing yourself as the physical sacrament or the physical offering for another person. And that's not what you were called to do. You weren't called to come in as a saving grace. You weren't called to come in with this savior complex to help them avoid their pitfalls. Everyone falls off the bike. Everyone falls when they're learning how to skate. It's okay. If they never learn how to get back up again, you become a roadblock in their life and you become a hindrance. So if you really love someone, learn how to be comfortable with allowing them to fall, so they can learn how to heal themselves and get back up. They don't need you to rescue them, whether this be a child, a lover, a family member, or anything like that. Learn how to love from a higher perspective. We're going to get one card, but we have personal power came out. We have opportunity. Third eye in reverse. Yeah, this is a codependent way of thinking, loving, and it's because of fear of another person. It's like you feel like you can save people, and it's an unbalanced way to help people discover or recover or realize their true potential. Not everyone is meant to wake up at the same time. Not everyone is meant to be, one God, one mind, one action. We all evolve at different paces in life, and you're being asked to learn that now. The quicker you learn this by dealing with the discomfort of loss, even if it's death, the easier, the self-mastery you'll develop when it comes to knowing how to refrain from certain things. Because this is really about you mastering how to refrain from something. Third eye. Refrain from being a know-it-all. Refrain from trying to tell everyone the future. Refrain knowing when to speak and when not to speak. Knowing when you're being asked to share your visions and when you're being asked only for you to see it, right? There's a time and a place for everything. Also, knowing when it's time to take a meditation break and when it's the season to manifest. How to use your psychic abilities also to manifest for yourself, not just for everybody else. That's what Spirit is pretty much saying. How to use your psychic abilities to open them doors for yourself and not just for everybody else. Look at that. Rest and rejuvenation, victim mentality. And then when you are given a vision or you're given a confirmation and you still go back to a situation, Spirit wants you to learn how to forgive yourself a lot faster. Okay? Forgive yourself. You don't always have to have the right thing to say or be so wise to the point where every other single person feels as if you are perfect. That's a belief system that comes from a prior, that's a part of the church sector, the religion sector, that says divinity has to look a certain way, dress a certain way, talk a certain way, walk a certain way. That don't work like that. All right, so we have wonder in reverse and envy. I like seeing wonder in reverse with envy is because this is pretty much saying like you don't have to look around and see who's talking about you, who's working magic on you, who's doing anything like that, because truthfully, they have no power if you're in control of your foresight, if you're in control or you have self-control and self-restraint around what you allow your mind to wonder about. Anyone that's envious of you has no power. No one can lie to you because you already know everything, right? Just because you know it don't mean you got to tell the person, I'm aware that you're going to betray me. No, that information is for you. Follow suit accordingly. So it's saying the Ace of Wands energy. They have no power. They can't deceive you anymore. They can't distort your third eye. Your vision is clear. Therefore, what is to come is about to be even clearer. All they're doing is blocking themselves on their journey, and it's because you know how to cancel, alt, delete, cut cords, let go. You'll try a different door. There's something about you not being afraid to try one door, okay? And even if it doesn't go as far as you want it to go right away, maybe all you were meant to do was unlock the door. Maybe you're meant to come back to that door later on. But if you look at everything as a failure, or as, man, I should have known better, I should have done better, or maybe I need to change, like, there's this energy of when something isn't giving you the certain type of momentum that you're expecting, when you're expecting it, you tend to start to believe that it's not for you. But that is self-deception, right? I'm telling myself that because I'm looking for the validation outside of myself, or the confirmations outside of myself to make me feel reassured. But that is a comfort, not a necessity, right? The thoughts, okay, the visions, they're already within you. No matter how you dress up the clothing, or no matter how you rearrange the setting, the power is within you. It's not in these fucking cards, right? Even me as a reader, I'm using my clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, all the clairs that I've developed along my journey to channel messages. However, the cards mean nothing. It's a visual aid for those of you that need it. But I can do an entire reading without ever touching a card. However, even though that's a true statement, I also enjoy having something in my hands. So it just depends on what you as the person desires. It's not even a requirement. Spirit wants you to kind of separate this belief that it's a requirement, okay? Because that's still a comfort zone of needing validation that something is required in order to be approved, okay, qualified. There ain't no qualification. You don't need no degree. There's no qualification regimen, no metric you gotta keep up. There's no facade you gotta maintain. It's you. So it's almost like you're being called to just be your authentic self over and over and over again. Yeah. Because this is saying, like, you give it no power. I give it no clout. I give it no fame. I give it no power. Even if you see the shade being thrown at you, and you may even want to address it, at the end of the day, you're kind of like, I give it no power. It has no power over here. Even though you can see it. They want you to believe that they want to see you chase them out or run them away. And that's just a distraction, because your higher self is saying, nah. Negative energy is also a benefit to you. And this is why you're going through negative experiences. This is why negative experiences is a confirmation for you, because it's going to benefit you. All right. Everything that someone says about you, the attention that they give you, the focus that they surrender. Okay. Their energy to you. They give it all away when they gossip. They give it all away when they watch you. Just by watching, listening, and stalking, it's all good energy in the end for you. Right? What happens to them is their business. That has nothing to do with you. You don't even need to go back and look. But ultimately, they relinquish their divinity and disempower themselves to empower you. And you're always going to be at an advantage when people around you are doing that. Okay? Yeah. It's going to be because they step out of alignment. They step out of their destiny to get all caught up in your energy, all raptured in your energy. And it's all in their head, because we got stability and protection in reverse. They gonna really lose all of their. You see this here? This is in reverse. It's not going to be able to stick to you. That's just the truth. And that's because they're watching your destiny and they're not answering their own call, right? So when you miss the call, you miss the opportunity. And then the next thing you know, the bills ain't paid and your life, the lights turn off, but you done gave all that energy and you done fed Taurus. That's the power of being an absorber, right? Because Taurus, your energy reminds me of Rogue. You could touch something and that energy is absorbed, right? Now what you had is now mine. There's that energy of everywhere you go, you have this ability to absorb the negative and the positive ions, whatever they call it, and give it a purpose, right? You take that pain and you give it a purpose. You take that reality and you give it a direction, you give it a channel. So you're alchemizing your reality and you're reaching milestones, and your higher self is saying, nah, baby, you don't have to cry about that. Because that breakup is going to make a beautiful ass love song, love story. That traumatic experience you went through is your blessing in disguise. The person that is so fixated on you is helping you transform. So you're being taught how to wield your own power. This is powerful as fuck, okay? Energy. I told you. This is how you get into formation, okay? It's all connected. You're moving from waiting around for confirmations and like things to just happen to you by chance, and you're giving it a direction. So when you're moving about your existence freely. We have 38, 44, 36. I feel like at some point on your journey, Taurus, you needed the confirmations through the cards. You needed the confirmations of like people showing you like, see, I just said that and you heard me say it 5 minutes ago. Once upon a time you needed confirmation through the cards that you were actually witnessing magic being performed, that you were actually witnessing miracles be performed. Somewhere along your journey you've had experiences of needing confirmation of the magic that exists all around you. And some of you got to see it manifest in the cards. Some of you are new to tarot and you're looking for the cards to confirm for you that tarot is even real. You're looking for answers. You've asked Spirit, is it the cards? Is it the person? Are they performing a magician trick? Something is drawing you in, right? Because you have questions. And the more that you're curious, which is why they say don't be curious to it, because they understand that it's real. You're still in that phase of development, whoever I'm speaking to, where you're trying to utilize these readings as an opportunity to ask yourself inquisitive questions, and you're doing the right thing. All of us have gone through that phase of development spiritually in order for us to be able to identify magic, right? The fact that we even resonate, or we can all resonate with a zodiac sign in its phase of development, is confirmation that magic is real in itself, because people all over the world feel connected to a zodiac sign that's astrological. You know what I'm saying? How is it that so many people can relate to a zodiac sign? That's a confirmation that's needed on a mass level in order for people to start believing in themselves again. So I feel like Spirit is saying this is why the confirmations is here. It's because when these events take off and you say, well, what the fuck? I heard someone confirming that. Or I heard someone say this was going to happen. Make it make sense. It gives you the confirmation on your journey that when another person that is not believing in what you believe in comes in and says that shit ain't real, you are like, okay, well, explain to me how couple of weeks ago someone said it was gonna rain on this day and that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? There's things that just ain't gonna calculate or ain't gonna be able to make sense, that you're gonna be able to ignore. And that's what was meant to be anchored inside of you all along. So once you get that confirmation, you can go on, right? You can graduate and you can start sharing what you know to be true. It's one thing to receive all the confirmations and then hold it to yourself and tell no one else. That's kind of like doing exactly what the pastors did, right? The religious sector did. They know all these secrets to magic. They know all these secrets to different things, and they hold that power and say out of fear that it'll get in the wrong hands, I'm not going to tell everyone the truth. Giving themselves permission to lie to you in your face and you be okay with it. How is it that a whole system can decide for you when something is meant, when you should become aware of something? Let's put it like that. So yeah, what is to come? Confirmation. Some of y'all have been given like, hey, you might want to move. You might want to pack up and move to another state because a hurricane is coming and it's going to wipe some shit out. You might want to go ahead and move to the Sunshine State. Some of y'all might want to relocate. There's a reason why you're being told to do something, but you'll never know unless you are willing to place yourself in a position where you are the only person, that you and Spirit are the only two people or energies that makes these decisions, that's taking your power back from outside influences. All right, so let's get into it. Yes, it's time. That's what Spirit said. So this season of me articulating things in a long, extended way and saying it in many different ways so multiple people can understand, that's a pair of training wheels that we're about to snatch off, because you have become so complacent when it comes to people spelling it out for you and doing the work for you, to the point where you're not pulling out Google and researching shit yourself. Not all of y'all, but to the ones that Spirit is talking to, you're not making it a physical point for you to go and do the research, because you're like, shit, well, I can have you go look it up for me. I can sit here and just watch you, all inclusive. That's a lazy way of approaching your own spiritual, physical, and mental development for whoever is doing that. So Spirit is saying, no, I'm about to take away the training wheels, and you're going to have to miss out on your opportunities because you've turned yourself into something codependent. All right. And it was never intended to have to spell everything out for you and say it 10 different ways for you to figure it out. That's if I continue, or Spirit is saying, if they continue to do that for you, you'll never learn. If they continue to hold your hand, you will never let go. So now they got to give you a push, and that push is going to look like, either you're going to pedal and fall down along the way, or you gonna feel like you just don't belong nowhere. It's gonna go back to a familiar state of being. I'm feeling like I'm cut off, I'm restricted. And the only restriction is coming from you not feeling like it. Like, oh, I don't feel like, you know what you're supposed to be doing, but you don't feel like it. Because you want to grieve and mourn, and you want to get somewhere quickly. Taking a piss poor approach to your own self-development. Alright. And you wonder why the shit don't last long. That's what Spirit is saying. You wonder why the shit don't last long. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, the Two of Swords. Someone's feeling psychically blocked or restricted when they're in connection with a particular person. I don't know, I smelled cigarettes. That was a weird smell. I haven't smelled, like, y'all, for straight up, I haven't had a smell. I haven't smelled some since 2020. The only time I smell is during readings. That's some crazy shit, right? Hey, the only time I can smell something is during readings. I can breathe. It's just I can't smell nothing. I haven't smelled nothing since 2020. Shit, wild. But anyway. Well, someone went back to an ex. That's what I'm seeing here. This could even be like, I don't know, but she look a little high. When I got high, because I got high. Because you got high, you could have went back to an ex. Two of Swords. But Spirit is saying, like, you can't really pretend, like, not to know, because you know exactly why you're doing this. So what's to come after that is pretty much black and white. You know what I'm saying? The drama, the fighting, the things like that. What's to come after that is no brainer, because you put yourself in a trap situation. You placed yourself knowing better in a situation that wasn't gonna get you what you really wanted, but trying to make that connection work. I don't know. This can maybe even trying to, you know, like, change someone's mind by sharing your psychic abilities with them, sharing your vision. Some of y'all, maybe y'all didn't get back together, but you told them, like, I had a vision or a dream that we were doing something together, or I thought I saw a life with us together and things like that. The objective to get things moving faster was a foolish attempt at getting someone to open up your heart or open up their heart. And however this was manipulated or shared, all it did was make it even harder for this connection to come in, rather than doing things at a slower pace, getting to know each other or something like that. Someone was afraid of competition, so they tried to speed things up by intercepting another person's intuition, their third eye, manipulating the situation. Someone has like a natural high or a natural dopamine here. Yep. So this natural high, this natural dopamine that you have, it's a gift. It's a gift. Because we have the Temperance here with the Magician. This is a gift. Like, you have a natural way of, like, you don't have to wait for confirmations in the world. You don't have to wait for a miracle or magic. You use your spiritual insight as a way to manifest and align strategically to the best course or action that works for you. However, I feel like you're alchemizing gossip. You're alchemizing like gossip in the workplace as well, or manipulative connections of the past. Yep. Fake love. You're giving it no type of emotional stimulant. And because you're not giving it an emotional stimulant, it has no power to possess you or to keep you stuck on it. You know what I'm saying? Even though that was someone's objective. You get what I'm saying? Somebody's objective was to have you be so caught up or engulfed with what people are saying about you that you start doubting yourself, but it backfired. It's backfiring big time. 8 of Cups. Like you're redirecting your energy to something that is, yeah, your power. I told you you took your power back. You seeing this as like an opportunity, like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm not going to fight with anyone. I'm not going to argue with anyone. I'm taking my power back and my attention and my focus, and I'm going to build power lines. I'm going to build businesses. I'm going to build, I'm going to create something with all of that chaos energy you gave me. Oh, you in your trolling phase. Okay. See the distractions? You in your trolling phase. Hold on a second. Alright, so pretty much you have some type of master teacher, guru, shaman, wizard, sorcerer, and spiritual guide that is teaching you how to transmute negativity into positivity, how to emotionally detach yourself from the energy that you give, the hate that's being given to you, the shade that's being given to you. Even if you're practicing with people in close proximity to you that normally you would get triggered by, you're like, oh, opportunity presents itself. So you're in this season of not allowing things to manifest as a state of betrayal in your life. It's never a betrayal when you're the author of your reality. Okay? There's never confusion when you are giving the art of illusion a place in your life, and it's not ruling your life. Okay? You stay in this happy vibration and nothing can bring bad luck towards you. It's only going to go right back to the cinders. Chicken dinner. Last messages for Taurus. Closing messages for Taurus. Step by step. All right, so trust the process, Taurus, because I feel like your steps are being guided, and you're just meant to trust wherever it's taking you, every step along the way. I feel like for some people are playing checkers and some people are playing chess, but whoever you are that I'm reading for, baby, you are mastering chess in this dimension. Okay, you off the grid. That's all I got for you, Taurus. Love you guys. Bye bye.